Hello, I'm Bob the Bookerer, and coming to you in an evening slot instead of sort of normally during the day when I film, because we've just had the announcement of the International Booker Prize winner for this year, and I am delighted. I did a video talking about the shortlist. I went through and did sort of individual reviews for a few of them as well, and here are the four of them that I physically own. Um, I've been speaking about how much I really enjoyed this shortlist. For the most part, a couple of books I didn't necessarily get on with quite as well, but for the most part, really enjoyed this shortlist, and I think it's an incredibly strong one. But the two books I was rooting for, in particular, were Claudia Pinheiro's Eleanor Knows and Geetanjali Shree's Tomb of Sand. And I am delighted that the winner of the Booker Prize this year, the International Booker Prize, is Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shree, translated by Daisy Rockwell, and published by the wonderful Tilted Axis Press, who have had a really good year. Three books, I believe, on the long list for the International Booker. Another, one of their books winning the Republic of Consciousness Prize recently. And I am just so thrilled for this book being the winner. I have done a separate review on it, so go and check out my thoughts there in more detail. This is more just me reacting just after this has happened, and I'm so happy for this. This is just such a glorious book, one of my absolute favourites from the year so far, and it's just a book that is just so ambitious and wonderful and generous in its scope. It is a book that talks about a woman really kind of looking back over a lot of her life and sort of her current family dynamics, and really trying to think about her life and how that intersects with politics and history. And in the middle of it, we just have this wonderful character of Ma, who is just such a delight to read. The book, a part of the reason as well that I've just been so in love with this book, is just the sheer ambition of the language. It's so incredibly playful as a book. It is full of wordplay and puns and sort of jokes and really interesting kind of short chapters that sort of are punchy and do these really cool things, and then these really long elaborate descriptions. And I just think this is just such a remarkable achievement of a book, not only in the initial crafting of the story by Geetanjali Shree, but also in the translation by Daisy Rockwell to bring this wordplay to life. And a really big thing that I love about it, and something I'd heard, I think in an interview, was how in a lot of kind of Hindi, which this book was written in originally, there is sort of a lot of wordplay that will bring in lots of English words, for example. So it also then makes sense that the English translation has bits of wordplay with other languages mixed in as well, which this book does just so beautifully and so brilliantly. Someone who doesn't speak Hindi, this book is so deeply accessible to me in terms of having these insights into this linguistic play. It is such a delight and such a masterpiece of a book, and such an achievement. The first as well, the first book in Hindi to be shortlisted, I think maybe even longlisted for the prize. The first Indian and South Asian winner as well. Just such a brilliant book, and I really do urge you to go and check this book out. I love it, as you maybe you can tell from my gushing about this. But I am delighted that this is going to get new audiences because of the prize, particularly from its win. And I'm just delighted for the entire shortlist, of which here are four. Just for their scope and just being sort of brilliant, interesting books that, even if I didn't always get on with them, have at least broadened my perspective and sort of given me something new. So what a pleasure to be alive during all of this. What a pleasure, especially for Tomb of Sand. And I really do urge you to go and check out the shortlist. I'm going to slowly work my way through the rest of the long list as well, just because so many of them really appeal to me. Thank you for sticking with me as I ramble through all of this. And I am really intrigued to hear people's thoughts on this book, particularly, particularly if you've had a chance to read it, and just the rest of the shortlist overall. I've been Bod Booker, rounding off one Booker Prize for the year before the non-international Booker Prize comes and strikes us in about 2 months' time. But take care, and well done, especially to Tilted Axis Press and Geetanjali Shree and Daisy Rockwell for this incredible, incredible achievement. I've been Bob. Take care.